So, Jeff, another great success. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us for SES.
Good to be here.
What do you think it is? I've got to talk about public speaking for a second. Is it because keynotes are in the morning, or is it because the British audience is a bit more reserved? Because I thought they were looking at you then. I wasn't sure. Are they loving him, or are they just plain scared?
I think they were scared. You know, here's this big bloody American cowboy with cowboy boots coming on the stage right off the bat. You know, just like he's rode off the prairie. You know, but no, the British audience are always a little bit reserved, but fun. We could have used with a little bit more caffeine. I think they've been out the night before, but no, it was a great audience, and they by the end of the speech warmed up very good. So, good.
Maybe for the next show, instead of putting water on the tables, we'll just spice it up with a bit of vodka in there.
And Red Bull maybe.
Red Bull maybe. Yeah. So everybody seems to have picked up from the book, from the mirror test, the 118 thing. I mean, did we not have proper pitches before?
No, I think we had them, but I think we lost our way. We forgot what they were. We got into our own stories rather than what the customer wanted to hear. And so sometimes I think you've seen people, they go through, wait, I'm not done with my presentation, or I'm not done with all my slides. Like, forget it, you sold me on the first one. Why do I need to hear the rest of it? And so a lot of people forget that's what you need to do. So you can, watch an executive who's sitting there listening to a speech or watching a presentation or, a pitch in a meeting. They usually go to the last slide anyway, right away, and they get it very, very quickly. And if you're talking to a very astute customer, they understand the proposition. So give it to them very fast in that first 8 seconds, and then close them in the next 110, 118.
I had kind of a similar kind of idea when I was in the agency business, and we had to pitch to people like yourself at Kodak. And I said, why do we always put how much it's going to cost for the last page of 300 pages? Because when you give that document to Jeff, he's just going to go to the back. So why don't we just put it at the top, and then he can figure out whether it's worth reading the other 300
Well, the
pages.
fact that you're in the room already, says something. We trust you already. We know who you are, or otherwise you wouldn't be in the room. And so, a lot of people spend a lot more time on those things. Again, put yourself in the customer's shoes as to what you want. Even with the search engine that we're doing here with the strategies, what is it your customer wants to find? How do they want to find you? What's the way? You know your own terms, but they don't know them. So how do you really think about how a customer thinks about this?
So the other thing that sticks out prominently, because obviously we worked together a few times, is the chief listening officer. That obviously you can take the credit for, but why is it with social media? Why is it now that we're listening and we weren't before?
Well, we should have been. I think good companies always have been listening, and that's just been part of it. But I think we've had to add some structure. Also, I think the little dynamics have changed a little bit. It used to be we listened to a customer through an 800 number that we set up a telephone tree on, and they had to make their way through the pain in order to get through to somebody. And with the, really social media, with Twitter and Facebook and all these things, it's now leveled that. And so now you're forced to listen. Before, a company could sit back and put all these filters in place and say, this is how we're going to listen. And now the customer's saying, no, you're going to listen to me this way, and if you don't, I'm going to make it painful for you. So I think that's been the change of dynamics, and that we've shortened that listening cycle. And we've taken out all those filters and all the things. I think 800 numbers, toll-free numbers and telephone trees, I think they're dead. I think you're going to do all that interaction right there on the web. I think you're going to have video. I think you're going to click on a button, see a real person from the company, and change the way that we have customer service.
So when people read your book or see you do one of these sessions, a keynote session, they realize, they understand, you get it.
Well, I try.
Social media thing, you get it. But do you think, generally speaking, the CMO is getting it?
No, I don't think all CMOs, and I don't think all C-level executives get it. I think that they thought, like Twitter is something you send people to, tell them what you're having for dinner, or where you're going to the mall, or whatever that crap is. But that's not what it's about. It's about engagement. It's really about that engagement and having that conversation with the community. And I think the real good ones get it, and they get it very quickly. And I always have a rule. 1/3 get it right away, 1/3 eventually get it, and 1/3 will never get it. And I think that's pretty much the rule for everything. Technology is the same way.
So you've had a fantastic career with Kodak, but your career is changing now for the future. You'll be writing another book, obviously.
Got another book coming very soon, so we'll be announcing that before long, maybe a television show or two. With a face like this, it needs to be on the screen.
Absolutely, which is why we asked you to come and do this. Jeff, great to talk to you. Thanks very much again.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much.